So it's almost that time again, eh? Tomorrow is Passover, where Jewish people around the world celebrate what happened in Egypt and the Exodus from Egypt. And most important, we talk about the plague, the plagues, and how the hand of God passed over Egypt on Passover, and the doors of the Jewish people were X'd in blood of a goat. And if the door did not have an X of the blood of a goat, then God smit the newborn child, the firstborn child of that family, and Ramses, the Pharaoh Ramses, kept saying, "No, I will not let your people go." But Moses said, "Let my people go." But Ramses the Pharaoh did not listen. He just kept saying no, which angered God again and again and again and again and again and again. Pestilence, like every horrible plague that you can think of happened to Pharaoh Ramses and his men. And then with an outstretched arm, everyone, God smitten the firstborn of the Pharaoh Ramses. And he was so devastated by the loss of his son that he finally gave in to Moses and said, okay, that's enough is enough. I had enough. I'm letting your people go. And the Jewish people cheered. They partied. They got together. They came together, and Moses and the Jewish people left Egypt and left for the deserts of Egypt, where they spent 40 days and 40 nights with God protecting them. And then they got to the sea, and Ramses and the Egyptian army was right behind them. And so God sent so because Ramses tried to run like run down the hill and thought that he had the Jewish people cornered, God himself sent down a fiery tornado to scare off to make a wall of fire to keep the Egyptians at bay, while Moses parted and split the sea for the Jewish people, and the Jewish people crossed the sea. But when Ramses tried to chase the Jewish people again, once the wall of fire was down, he tried to, but the terrain was just too rocky. His carriage broke. His men couldn't navigate through the rocks like the Jewish people. So once the last of the Jewish people were on the other side of the sea, and that last person was Moses, God closed the sea on Ramses and his men, and back on land, Moses heard the screams of Ramses going, Moses! Moses! And Moses is with the Jewish people. He looked back across the sea and said, goodbye, brother. And with that, he went up the hill to get the 10 Commandments that are rumored to be in the Ark of the Covenant, guarded by a very high person in the Jewish faith. So, he got the 10 Commandments, but he could not, and he did not make it to the land of milk and honey, which is Israel. He did not make it, but the rest of the people did, and they formed so with an outstretched arm, God passed over the Jewish people's houses, and that is why Jewish people today, all around the world on Passover, celebrate the wonderful Jewish holiday. So, to all of my Jewish friends, family, fans, happy Passover. I hope you have a great one. And if you're not down with that, I got 3 words for ya. Eat it, yeah.